I'm Krista Convo. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the first episode of Krista's Closet. Dun dun dun! Godzilla. Godzilla's in the house with us. Mama and Godzilla. Godzilla and Mama. Gaga Mama T. Okay, and anybody who didn't make it through that, leave now. Because it's gonna get so much worse for you. It's about to get so much worse for you. But welcome to my new video series called Krista's Closet. We're in my closet. This is not my first time in here. This is not my first rodeo. This is not my last rodeo in here. Obviously. But welcome. Obviously, this is your first time here. My closet is color coordinated. You can't tell from this angle because all you can see is the beige, green, blues. But you could tell. You can tell. Ignore the burgundy in the back. I hit the mic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? Ignore the burgundy. Pretend it's purple. How excited are you guys for this? I'm so excited. I never thought in my life I'd be doing a video series. I just wanted to have a video where I'm not just doing anything or like I'm multitasking. I'm still going to lose track of thought, but I wanted a video where I'm just sitting here and talking. This is what I love to do. And I want to tell stories. I want to talk about whatever I want. Whatever you guys want to talk about. I feel like this is a good way to build a community, get to know each other, comment, like and subscribe, so we can keep it going. We can keep the topics going, and then maybe one day this will be live. That would be messy. But it would be fun. Okay, so today we're going to do a topic. We're not going to do a story time, really. There will be stories sprinkled in, but this is going to be a topic-based video, not a story time. We do have a story time coming next episode. Let's just say Best Buy and I, count your days. Best Buy, count your days. Count them. And Apple, don't think you're off the hook. But that's next episode. If you want to know about that, tune in next week about that. But today we're going to talk about the woes and throes of dating. For a little background, I have had only really one for real boyfriend. We dated for 2 years almost. Was 18 to 21, I think. 20? 18 to 20. Wasn't anything special, that's not what I mean. It wasn't serious. We were kids, we were young. It wasn't a serious relationship is what I mean. I don't really like dating. I haven't been on the dating apps since that, and really before that I hated them. But then I got on the dating apps after we broke up, and I'm gonna be honest, less than impressed, to the point where every time I got a notification I got mad. Do you know how twisted that has to be? And I mean any type of notification. This person liked you. This person sent you a message. You haven't checked in today. Look at all these new matches. First of all, annoying. You are going off. Ring, ding, ding, ding. I don't care. If I wanted to be on there, I would look. If I wanted to see, I would check. And then I realized that's unhealthy. I was like, oh, if I'm getting unrationally mad about an app, just from a notification, I need to get rid of it. It gotta go. That cannot affect my mood that badly. Not at all. No. And so I didn't do it for years. Graduated college. The first time. And it was no. Came down to Florida for my internship. All the girls living in my house were on the dating apps. All of them. They were like, "Hey, look at this guy, and look at this, and do put the and I felt left out. I felt real left out. I was like, let me see. First of all, I'm in an internship, and I'm doing my master's at the same time. Where in the equation does build a relationship fit? Right. Why did I think that was even a good idea? Why did I think that I was gonna join and then be like, mm-hmm, this is wonderful. Whatever. So then I ended up talking to this dude. He was still in college. Like I think he was a junior or something. Finance bro. He was a finance bro. Guess what his favorite movie was? Wolf of Wall Street. Of course. Of course it was. And that turned me off immediately. And then he said something about who shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot? Tory Lanez? Is that his name? I don't even know. Whoever shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot, he was like, I think he should be free. He didn't do it. Blocked. Blocked. Haven't been on since. I've downloaded it, deleted it in the next minute. Don't care. And I love the idea of a meet cute. I love the idea of a meet cute. However, and talking to people in public, crazy. You don't know what you're about to unlock. You don't know what you're about to get up into. And also, that is so based on like appearance. Like, if I'm coming, and obviously, relationships, you have your things that you're attracted to, blah, blah, blah. However, that feels kind of, if I'm walking up to you, well, first of all, this baddie walk up to you, you better see, yeah. But I'm like, I hate when people approach me because I'm like, all you're doing is basing this off of my looks alone, nothing up here. Nothing in this nog. This is all for me. This, all for me. So I don't really care what you think about this. I think, and I don't even really care what you think about it up here because I know I'm smarter than you. I'm going to be alone for eternity. Single for eternity. Single for eternity, squad. Let's go. Okay, anyways. But yeah, single for like ever, and that's okay. That's gonna be fine. And it's not because don't want to be. I love the idea of a relationship. However, I have such absolute high standards. I was gonna edit out every time I take a sip of water. If it's obnoxious, I'll edit it out. However, use it as a reminder that you should be drinking water. Because it's not enough. I know it's not. But my point is, my standards are high, through the roof, literally roof breaking. Like, get the contractors in here stat quickly. Because, and it's not like standards in the sense of like, she has to have curly hair, brown hair, black hair, blonde, blue eyes, skinny, petite. No. I'm saying you need to have ambition. You need to be tall. Not taller than me, you need to be tall. If you're a man, you need to be taller than me. You need to have ambition. You don't need to necessarily be in your career yet, but you need to know what direction you think you want to go and how you're going to get there, at least the steps. You need a side hustle. I need you to have a good paying job. You need a car. What am I going to do? Pick you up? No. I don't feel safe. You're going to Uber us everywhere? That's a waste of money. I'd rather go on a better date. Have a car. That's not even asking for much. Have emotional intelligence? Have intelligence? Reads. Reads books. Is that asking for too much? Hey. No, but that's my standards. Genuinely, like, that's what I want. If you know what you want, you know what you want. And I know my worth. A partner is like an accessory. You're not the main event of my life, and I shouldn't be the main event of yours. We both love each other. We both hype each other up. We take care of each other. And it's important. You're important when you're important. However, we cannot be the circle of each other's universes. Or the center. We can't be the center of each other's universes. That's not how this is going to go. At least you're not going to be the center of my universe. And can you live with that? Can you handle that? Can you handle that? Can you handle that? Can you handle that? Yeah, what's wrong with being picky and knowing your worth? Genuinely, like, what is wrong with being picky and knowing your worth? I know what I want, and I would expect my partner to know what they want. And if I'm not what they want, or I'm not what they're looking for, then it's fine. We'll keep it pushing. It is never that serious. Another thing I hate about dating is you genuinely have to, like, be long-term planning with short-term ideas. Like, you're telling me I have to actually sit here and be on dates and be like, I wonder if they want kids. Because I sure as hell don't. And if I don't want kids, you can't want kids. And as soon as somebody says they want kids, I'm out. I'm so out like that. Audi 9000. Don't care. I don't know. As soon as they say they want kids, I'm out. Like, I'm clocked out. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to change my mind on it. If I change my mind on that, that's my choice and I never will. I've never wanted kids. I remember being in the 3rd grade when I was in the third gay. When I was in the 3rd grade, I knew 110% I did not want kids and I didn't want to get married. I want to get married now. I would love to get married. Kids? Absolutely not. I don't have a maternal bone in my body like that. I have maternal bones. I care for people. I'm very motherly. I'm a Taurus Cancer, so I'm very motherly. However, I do not want to raise no damn kids. I'm not raising kids. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. It's not happening. That terrifies me. There's a lot of things that scare me in life, and that's number one. That is number one. Having a child, absolutely not. No. So I'm dating people, and the first thing I'm thinking is, I wonder if they want kids. And then I sound psycho when I'm on a date being like, you want kids? And not because I want to be like, yes, 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 yes. Because as soon as they say yeah, I'm like, and this is never going to work. It's weeding you out in the very beginning. However, I sound crazy. I sound psycho. Because why am I asking if you want kids on the first date? Here is a hot take that I have. You'll also hear me talk about this on the Onion Girls podcast, episode 6, when that comes out. I think this is going to come out like 3 weeks after this does. So, sneak peek, but it's a really small segment, so don't worry. Not this one, though. Opposites don't attract. They don't. I think people can have opposite qualities about them. Like, someone can be an introvert and somebody can be an extrovert. That's fine. I mean, you cannot be polar opposites. If somebody is on energy level 10 to an 11 constantly, I don't think that they're going to work well with a 1 to a -2. Like, they're not, or a -2 to a 1. Excuse me. But that's not going to work in my brain. There is no way that... No, not me at least. Because when I think you're at that level, you're not responding. I need call and response. I want to ask you a question and you answer me. And don't let me ask you, what did I just say? Don't let me ask you that. You better answer correctly. You better answer promptly and swiftly. If not, no. No. You are about to see the biggest conniption unfold in front of you. Because what do you mean you haven't been listening? Nah. Uh-uh. So, if you're not listening to me, that's really the main problem. But opposites don't attract. I'm gonna be honest. It feels forced. Like I feel like you have to I would rather have good chemistry and like a good heart da 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 than opposites. Like if that's what it falls into, okay, that's fine. But you have to have compatibility. There has to be similarities. Like one person cannot be like I'm never leaving the house, I'm always inside, and the person's like I'm always outside and I'm never inside the house. Or like I'm only inside the house when I have to be. Or I'm going to be doing this all the time. Like yeah, the other person doesn't have to come all the time. Absolutely not. However, there has to be some type of meeting in the middle somewhere because I know for me personally, I like to be outside. I also like to go do things. If you tell me you want to stay in the house all the time, snooze. No. No, no, no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that with you. Yeah, some days on a rainy day in Florida, a full rainy day in Florida, so like once in a blue moon. I don't know. Let's go do something. Let's get out the house. Let's go have fun. Ooh, and that's back to why you have to have a car. That's why you have to have a car, because how are we going to have fun if you don't have a car? Because I'm not driving. I'm, I'm princess. Guys. Guys. Look at me. You looking? No. Princess treatment only. Yes, I can drive. I'm a great driver. Knock on wood. I'm a great driver. Why should I have to drive? Especially if I had to meet you somewhere. If I had to drive to your house, yeah, you driving the rest of the time there. Kaput. Can't do it. Mm-mm. I remember one time I was with a dude, aka my long-term ex that I had. Hey, what's up? If you're watching, um, it was the first time he was a country boy, and it was the first time he's ever driven on like a 5-lane highway. And me and my best friend didn't know. Me and my homegirl did not know. We were like, why are you driving so? Because why am I not driving my own hometown? Why am I making him drive? We're like, why are you driving so bad? Like, what is going on? He's like, I've never driven in this type of traffic before. Oh. Shut us up real quick. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to put you through that. So then I drove the rest of the time there. I realized he wasn't G like that. He wasn't G like that in the streets like I was. Like we were. But guys, I think it's time to wrap it up on this episode of Krista's Closet. Thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below anything that you agreed with, disagreed with, anything you want to hear me talk about in the future. The next episode is going to be like a full-blown story time, not like these little sprinkles that I did. Let me know if you're liking this format. I'm having fun doing it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Bye now.